all the urbanists out there. It is the day right before the big turkey day here in the US, and today I came bearing treats in Midtown Manhattan, also to show you how the Macy's Day Parade is going to be set up. So join me as we walk around New York City on Thanksgiving Eve. Right now we are in the heart of Nomad on Broadway and 29th Street at one of my favorite places to grab some treats, which is a place called Milk. I'm so hyped to show you the treats I have here today. I have something sweet and something savory. This is very Thanksgiving themed. Can you guess what is inside here? And it's not so Thanksgiving themed to have a cold brew. It's very cold outside, but I like my cold brew when I'm having these treats. So welcome everyone, nice to see you here. Merry Thanksgiving and a happy Christmas and and all the things. So welcome to the holidays. They're officially kicking off, and I have two awesome treats to show you as the sun streaks across my jacket here on the very sunny Nomad. Nomad stands for North of Madison Avenue. This is the name of this neighborhood, filled with boutique hotels now. It's really a neighborhood that's radically changing. I've been here to Milk Bar before on Facebook. I'm not shown it, I've maybe shown it once or twice passing by on YT in the past year and a half. This place is very well known for making very sugary treats that remind you of your childhood. I wish I could go inside, but inside, unfortunately, there's very loud pop music playing, so I'm doing this outside. Also, it's a very sunny day, so might as well. But what is inside here? You would not guess what is inside here if you are not experienced with New York City. Something very particular. It's so particular, shining in the sun right now. Let's open it up, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, behold the Thanksgiving croissant. They made it look this year more like a panna cotta shape rather than a croissant shape, but I'm so hyped for this. Look at that. Wow. Now I'm going live a little bit earlier because A, I'm really hungry. B, I had to do some Thanksgiving shopping and it's time sensitive. I gotta bring it back home, put it immediately to the fridge, some of these items. And I also have I'm appearing on an interview at 6 p.m. tonight called Mediascope with a professor of media studies. She's a fan of my show, and we're gonna chat everything about urbanists and TikTok. So tune in onto that. I'll share that information right after this broadcast. But lo and behold, we will be walking around 1 p.m. So let's try this out. This is the Thanksgiving croissant. I really love the Thanksgiving croissant. Now, this is savory, so no, it does not have pumpkin in it. Stay tuned for the next item, which is a sweet item. This one's made with turkey, cranberry sauce, and stuffing, all on a kind of a whole wheat croissant. So yes, this does have turkey inside. Let's try this out. Irene says, what did I buy at Desigual? That's just a tote bag. I never shopped at Desigual. It's a tote bag I borrowed. I shopped at Italy for Thanksgiving. So, wow. This is really, really good. I really love the combination of the croissant, which is, it looks more like a panna cotta. Or not panna cotta, Panna chocolate. I might have said panna cotta before by mistake. Looks like a panna chocolate, the same type of pastry, but it's made whole wheat, so it has a little bit of a thicker, more savory taste to it. But the turkey inside, very nice turkey, very generous servings of turkey. I love the combination of the cranberry sauce, immediately hits you, and just a slight bit of stuffing, not to make it too heavy. Definitely quite a mouthful. It is Thanksgiving dinner condensed into one very beautiful pastry. So if you ever wanted to have the entire Thanksgiving dinner, the entire American Thanksgiving experience, and you're here in New York City, of course you're probably not gonna visit some random family that you don't know. If you have family, that's awesome. You're gonna experience some good Thanksgiving. But if you don't, and want to experience the taste of Thanksgiving, this is a great place that I really enjoy.
No, they're really famous.
Susie says Thanksgiving in the sandwich. And this is not the only place that does Thanksgiving in the sandwich. This is Thanksgiving in the pastry. And yeah, it does resemble a sausage roll. Here we don't have too many savory pastries, so there's more unique here in New York City. Yes, it does resemble a sausage roll, so you can imagine what if you took American Thanksgiving taste into a sausage roll. It has a little bit of sweet because of the cranberry, or that little bitterness of the cranberry. I'm gonna try it with this cold brew. Cold brew is mediocre. It's mediocre. It's tasty. It's kind of run-of-the-mill. We're right next to a lot of great coffee shops in this area. There is Stumptown nearby. There's another great place called Patent Coffee that's actually themed after Nikola Tesla. Really awesome coffee shop. Referred to my videos from last year during winter time. And there's a few others around this area. So I decided to try it out just to try everything in one go here. So maybe for the coffee, just go around the corner to Stumptown. I don't think I'll get sausage rolls through customs, says okay. So let me finish eating this as my lunch, and then we're gonna continue walking around in about 15 minutes or so, just in time for the 1 p.m. show. This is a kind of a pre-show for everyone, having some food, and we're gonna try the sweet stuff next. But I'm hungry, I'm gonna enjoy this. MB says happy Thanksgiving to all. So let me know, how do you celebrate your Thanksgiving if you are American? And if you're not American, how have you ever celebrated Thanksgiving? Have you ever been in America during Thanksgiving? Do let us know. I know Canadians also share a Thanksgiving holiday as well, so Canadians out there also let me know. Willie says, I like the way you eating just makes me hungry. I've always been curious. I get that comment quite a lot. And there's, of course, a phenomenon in East Asia of watching people eat on live video. But definitely does not apply to everyone. Not everyone doesn't really enjoy seeing someone eat. I think certain people eat in a specific way where it's more enjoyable to watch them eat. And I've encountered that not just on making videos, I've encountered that in person. Some people really like giving me food, making me food, just because they enjoy the pleasure of watching me eat it, which has happened to me a few times in my life. So let me know why, I'm so curious. My only Thanksgiving so far, says Bridget, was in Hawaii. It was awesome. Interesting. How was a Hawaiian Thanksgiving? I know we have a few Hawaiians tuning, like Laureen. Do let us know, what's a Hawaiian Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving can be a sensitive subject, of course. It's very complicated. We're not going to get into any of the politics involved in Thanksgiving. We're just going to get into the good, fun, loving food of Thanksgiving. Dan the man. One of my friends tuning in. Are you going to be at Rockefeller Center today? I am not, Dan. I wish I could linger around the city today. I do have a commitment to go back to. I would love to meet up and meet your family. But do let me know next time you are in the city, because I will be in the city a lot. Dan, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you and your family enjoy Rockefeller Center tonight. Vila, hey, the politics of who gets the dark meat, says Ron. So here in the U.S., there is a negative stereotype involved with Thanksgiving dinner. Lo and behold, not everyone has an awesome family that they get along with. I feel very grateful that I do. Very grateful for that, but not everyone shares it. And here in the U.S., to many people all around the world, they dread Thanksgiving because it means potentially going back to a family where there's a lot of complex issues happening. Grudges, resentments, annoyances. It runs the gamut. So it's also used for comedic effect in movies or sitcoms. So yeah, Ron hits a nerve right there. The politics of who gets the dark meat. A lot of people don't like the dark meat. A lot of people prefer the white meat, I think, in most family scenarios. So Pamela asked, people don't like their family. Why do they go to Thanksgiving? I'm generalizing. Of course, I luckily have no experience with not wanting to go to a Thanksgiving dinner for a family. But if I were to speculate, I would say there's a certain familial obligation that people feel that they have to go and visit their family, especially their parents. Mira says, because of you, I buy avocado pears and often hit it on the road with butter. Interesting, avocado with butter. That's a fascinating combination. Also a fascinating conversation. I usually have it with oil. Now I'm curious how it tastes with butter. That's very interesting. Due to all the topics you mentioned, we have a new rule: no alcohol, says Envy. Hey, Pamela, expected. Yeah, it's expected that you go back to your family for a Thanksgiving dinner, here in America at least. For many cultures, America is not a monolithic culture, of course, but for many cultures in America, that is the case. So you're hearing the subway right underneath me right now. That's the N train passing by. All right, one more last bite of this until we go to sweet, and then we hit the road. That was impeccable. Impeccable. Hello, Mavis from Oregon. Nice to see you here. Have a great day, says Christopher. As a first and second generation Greek American, we've had all the American foods. Plus pasticcio. Ooh, Catherine has pasticcio, which is so delicious. It's like a lasagna or like a big ziti type version for Greeks. Really, really delicious. Christopher, thank you so much for the 200 stars. That's so awesome, Catherine, that you combine those elements. Yeah, being Puerto Rican, we usually, instead of having turkey, we have roast pork, and a few other Puerto Rican types of things. I just got croissant in my eyes, so George, oh no, George. It is a known risk whenever eating croissant that you might get it in your eye. It is implicit. All right, let's try this out. It's like a meat pie, says yeah, you can call it a meat pie. So here is the crack pie, but pumpkin style. Wait, why is it called crack? Uh-oh, there was some powder here. Is this some crack? No. Don't worry. No cacao is involved in the making of this product, which is where, no cocoa, where cocaine comes from. No. This is called crack pie because the owner of Milk Bar, she was hosting a dinner party, and she was the pastry chef, I think, for Momofuku, for David Chang, who's a very famous food show host. And this is all depicted in Netflix's Chef's Table. I think it was season 2 or 3, one of those 2 seasons. And she's having this dinner party, but she wants to really impress because a lot of people coming are food professionals, including her boss, David Chang. So she had to, being a pastry chef, she wanted to cook some amazing pie. So she starts making everything for the pie. She starts making the crust. She starts really getting all ready to bake the best pie ever, along with all the food. But then she finds out that she doesn't have the ingredients to said pie. So she has all the food, but she has no desserts and no other ingredients to make any pie. And it was already late at night. Stores were closed. She wasn't about to go out. Their friends were already coming. She had to make something quickly. So she had only, I think, 3 ingredients. I'm telling the story off the top of my head, so pardon for any inaccuracies. She had only sugar, she only had butter, and she only had flour. Those 3 ingredients. She had to make some pie. And she ended up making what was first called, well, she made this quick pie, made out of only 3 ingredients, served it to her friends in the food industry, and they fell in love. They kept asking for more. She didn't make enough to make more, but luckily it was so easy to make that she just kept popping them out during the dinner party. And the friend said, "This is so addictive, it's like crack." Hence the crack pie. And then she opened it up along with via the name of Momofuku, so it was Momofuku Milk Bar, in collaboration with David Chang. And it became all the rage here in New York City about like 10 years ago. And now Milk Bar is in a few places around the city, and they've made a Thanksgiving version, which is now made with some pumpkin puree. So let's try the crack pie Thanksgiving edition with some real crack. No. Let me show you the, actually before I bite into it. Right there. Crack pie. Where's the whipped cream? This is not really a place where they'll give you whipped cream, I think. I don't think you can find whipped cream here. Oh. Oh my. This is a sugar bomb. This is a butter bomb. This has like pounds of butter condensed into one tiny little pie. Several cows gave their udders in order to make this pie. It is very chewy, almost, it tastes like candy. It tastes like a good homemade candy bar. More like a pie, more than the pie. It tastes more like a naturally made candy bar at home. Very buttery, almost like a caramel candy that you would have. I love the very crusty bottom. It It's a very hard graham cracker crust. It's very thick. And the pumpkin taste really does come through because it's such a simple pie. Kind of comes through. Jim says it's like a cookie pie. It is like a cookie pie, yes. Let me know if you've had this type of pie before, like a very simple made pie. It's not very common here in the US, I think, or at least not in New York City. That's so good. So I'm usually not a fan of these type of treats because they're pure sugar, but somehow she got the balance perfectly correct that it does make for a very good addictive pie. So if anyone can find out what's the Chef's Table episode and what's the name of the owner of Milk Bar, the original founder, if I can say it, put some protective eyewear for your food. Great to be spoiled with another stream, says Marina. I'm so glad. Hey, Chris, welcome. Hey, Ciprian, nice to see you here. Ariel, thank you so much for 500 stars. Ariel, my executive producer, gave us 500 stars. I see a brown sugar bottom crust. Yeah, sugar and butter. Yeah, brown sugar butter crust. Yeah, that's what it is. Christine, thank you so much. If you're watching for the first time, do let me know. Say, hey, I'm new here. And we would love to say hi to you. Yesterday, I did a show in Bryant Park and had a few people approach me. And they were awesome. Shout out to Lynn, Taryn, a few others that popped up over to me. It was three people that popped over. They watch, but they don't comment. And so more than okay to just watch. No judgments at all. But it made me realize yesterday, wow, there's actually a lot more people who watch these shows that I actually don't know. Which is more than okay. Watch whatever way you want to. But shout out to all the lurkers out there who watch. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, let me have a few more bites of this pie. Wow. That's very good. I'm gonna have another bite. Susie says, I can never lurk. Lorraine gives a crying emoji. Crying laughing emoji. Hey, Susan. Shelly, you do comment. I do always recognize your name. You're not a lurker. I would not call you a lurker, but thank you so much for saying hi. I know you don't comment often, but I do recognize your name, Shelly. Hey, Janina, nice to see you here. Don Julio, I watch from Tennessee. Don't have much to say. That's okay. So if you are a lurker and want to just say hi, do say hi. Let us know. It's okay. You don't need to comment all the time. But I would love to hear from you. Anyone who watches. But it says I comment too. Yeah, you do. In real life, I'm not very talkative, but here I'm different, says Susie. Well, you're an urbanist. What goes on urbanist? Well, you know the rest. Are all of you ready to go forth to the Thanksgiving store, to the Macy's store, to see the Thanksgiving Day Parade? Done. Excellent pie. I'm full now. And my entire mouth is burning with that sugar burn. You ever had that sugar burn? Susie says, are we getting a piece of pie too? Susie, in the near future, I will work with some of the top scientists and engineers of our generation to develop technology that will provide to you instantaneously any food that I feature in my shows. I will do it. Once we get to a budget of a few $1 billion, which will happen at any moment, I will do that for you. So stay tuned. If not, we'll make a more simple version in the beginning. We'll do a delivery service. But soon, we will make the replicator from Star Trek. And it'll be Urbanist labeled. So, stay tuned. Once we get that budget of a few billion, $1 or $2 billion, we will provide the food directly to you while I'm live. Let's continue walking. Gary says, I'm getting a beard there. Are you growing a ZZ top? Indeed, just like a huge one that can use as a scarf. He says delivered by drone all around the world. Well, it'll be a multi-step process. Susie says, I'm having pasta. Hopefully you don't pitch anyone while I'm leaving. I thought Ariel was about to end the stream. No, George. The stream has just begun.
Gorgeous day. The name of this thing?
It's called Gimbal.
Gimbal?
Yeah, Gimbal. Catherine, nice to see you here. Look at Ariel's older videos. Talk about beard. He could have braided it. Yes, I could have braided it at some point. You can see that on... you can see that on Facebook. So a man just said, whispered, of course. What's up, man? You want some smoke? Which means he's selling drugs. Yes. There we go. That's the code word for all of you. Oh, so milk is right here. Should have shown more of the front. Let me peek over. Let me show you a little bit more because I forgot to show you. Right here, milk. There we go. That's milk. That's the place I just went. Beautiful Nomad, surrounded by skyscrapers. Which I'll show over here. New skyscrapers being built, including one made. It's a little bit out of view right now. Catherine says, tell him you don't want to smoke, you want some crack. Unfortunately, we are not in Ireland. And the only crack I will eat is that crack pot here in the US. So there is a skyscraper just out of view. Should be this one right over here. Right there, sticking out. That skyscraper is actually made by the uncle of a viewer. He is the head architect of that skyscraper that was recently built. She will send me a lovely message saying it was her uncle's most prized project because he finally got his own skyscraper here in New York City. So that's so awesome. So a round of hearts to you. Maybe at some point I'll talk a little bit more about the skyscraper. Morgan says, "Ça va bien?" Yes, ça va bien. Gorgeous sky today. It is. Hey, Inspire Life. Did Inspire Life decide that? No, it wasn't Inspire Life. It was another viewer. Ariel, is your turkey stuffed and ready for the oven? Susie, here in the US, that would mean something very different. So to speak, yes. Gary says we don't have skyscrapers. The tallest buildings are still church steeples, yeah. As is the case with most European cities. Trisha, nice to see you here. Welcome. She says, Mama Vera making pasteles. That is a Puerto Rican staple. Yep, pasteles might be involved. Yeah, they will be involved in this Thanksgiving. So along with a lot of the coffee shops here, here's one I actually haven't been to, but I love the seating arrangement. It's called Irving Coffee Farm. Their coffee is actually not the best. It's pretty mediocre, but I like that it's in this beautiful lobby. That's nice. Hey, Field, just joined. Field, nice to see you here. 3 years I went to New York City for New Year's Eve. Time goes by fast, said Janina. Yeah. Ooh, so cold today. So this Broadway, which we're walking, runs the entire length, north, south, in the island of Manhattan. You can walk it if you want to. It'll take you like 4 or 5 hours if you don't take any breaks. Looks clean today, no garbage bags. It's because Midtown really won't have too many garbage bags, or at least on Broadway. But the other reason might be because of the parade, yeah. So here, I've got a lot of people ask me, where can I find some good Chinese food or Asian food or hot pot? And on occasion, sometimes people ask about karaoke. This is your street, right here, 32nd Street, between Broadway and 6th Avenue. This is the place you have to go to for all types of Korean food and activities like karaoke. It is a wonderful, wonderful place. Lots of restaurants, and actually really good quality restaurants all along this row. You pretty much can't go wrong with any of them. Unlike a place like, say, Chinatown, where a restaurant can be really hit or miss, not so much here in Koreatown. So K-Town, which stands for Koreatown, one or two blocks. It extends a little bit further, but you won't go wrong with the restaurants here. They're very high quality, and I've been to maybe 4 or 5 of them. I usually don't remember the names, just because they don't really stick out via name. I just know they have good Korean barbecue or good dumplings, and just go to them. But I actually featured them on a live video before. However, if you're looking for good Chinese food, you can find very similar items here in K-Town. So I've had a few people ask me what's good Chinese food in Midtown. It's not too many places, but here in K-Town, you'll find things that are similar Chinese food, like dumplings, hot pots, and other things like that. go a little bit further up. Check out my previous videos on K-Town. Winter's coming. Oh yeah, well it's already here in New York City. Will there be a karaoke stream? Asked Ron. Maybe whenever I go to Seoul, South Korea, or to Tokyo, there'll be a live stream where I go karaoke with a bunch of drunken Koreans. Yeah, I'll do that, and then the next day's live stream will basically be Squid Game. So let me know if you want to see that happen. An urbanist South Korean expedition, drunken nights, karaoke, Squid Games, me appearing in a Korean drama as a boyfriend of a K-pop star, as the American boyfriend of a K-pop star for like an episode. Let me know if you want to see that happen. All live video. Maybe I'll do a live video also with BTS, where we'll do a BTS, a behind the scenes of BTS. A BTS of BTS. Maybe that too. How's your singing voice? It's not the best. It's not the best. I can do a mean falsetto though. Lauren says live karaoke in the Philippines. That is actually another great place to do a karaoke stream. If I were to do any, it would be in the Philippines as well, with a lot of drunken Filipinos. After a night of eating lechon, going for a drunken night of karaoke, and then eating at Jollibee. Marina says, I look like a good opera singer. Thank you. That's a very kind compliment, because opera singers are very fashionable, both the men and the women. I may look like one, but I definitely don't sound like one. All right. Macy's. Welcome everyone. If you're wondering why I'm already 37 minutes into the stream, I went live a little bit earlier for a pre-show, eating some Thanksgiving treats. But now we're gonna show you what's happening here. And not much, not like last year. Let's check out the NBC setup over here. In the set. Hey, Laureen, aloha. June says, beautiful, colorful trees. It is indeed. Beautiful, colorful trees. So here's NBC. You have to require credentials to get around. Let's get around this way. They have the crane, which I'll show you here in a sec. This is the huge crane that's necessary to film the swooping shots of the dances that happen on Thanksgiving. So they televise the entire event. I think you might be able to find it online as well. Let me know where you can find it online, ladies and gentlemen. Looks pretty hot tonight. No, it's not hot. It's very cold. It's freezing. So here is like a setup. They're filming someone, or they will. Oh, I wonder who they'll film here. Huge TV cameras. All right. Wendy says, looks pretty out. Hey, Wendy Case. Love it. Love when the multiple Wendy's come. Ariel, have we got money to spend on Macy's? I will be showing Macy's again soon for Christmas. Not right now inside. Stay tuned for Christmas. I'll show you. Again, I'll be doing a lot of Christmas videos running up to Christmas. It was like that week running up to Christmas. So here, MBC set up, and they're closing more of the street down. So it's gonna be a huge event. Gary says, "Go and pretend you're the director." Well, yes, that would be the director. They might know by face. There's other ways to try to sneak in. It's beautiful inside Macy's, says Debbie. It is, and here's a holiday display. Wow, they already put it on. I'll come back here and do the entire holiday windows. I'll read all the story. I'll show you just a quick version of it. What are they filming, says Donna. Okay, so Donna, and anyone who's wondering, every single Thanksgiving Day, which is the final Thursday on the month, the final or the second to last? Final Thursday of the month. They have a massive parade. In the beginning of the parade, right in front of Macy's, 34th Street Herald Square store, which is one of the largest department stores in the world. They have singing and dancing, events, all televised. It's one of the most watched television broadcasts that happens on a yearly basis here in the US. I'm not sure if you'll be able to find it internationally, but there's always clips that are posted on YouTube, definitely. And this is hosted by NBC. It's been traditionally done that for quite a while. So the Macy's parade has been hosted by the store for more than 100 years, since the 1912, 1913, somewhere around 1920s or just slightly before. It has been run by Macy's. And then NBC has been televising it for many decades. I think since the 50s or so, 50s or 60s, they've been televising it. And here is the Empire State Building. So last year, they were filming a lot of things ahead of time. This year, that's not the case. So we don't see a lot of things filmed ahead of time. Now, what we're gonna do is cross the street because there is the set. I can show you on this side. All right. So I'll show everyone in a subsequent broadcast. Actually, we can cross the middle of the street here. All right, come this way. Ron says, Ariel streamed the first Macy's parade. Where is King Kong when you need him, says Jay Hendricks. The parade will stream on Peacock at Fubu. Ooh, cool. That's awesome. It's available on streaming. Let me know if that's international for anyone who watches around the world. Wendy says, can't wait to go back to New York. Oh, Wendy, yes. New York can't wait for you. So yeah, they're already setting up the stages and everything. Parade started in 1924. Thank you so much, Wendy. 1924. And let me know when was the The first televised one, which I think should be 40s or 50s. Morgan says the magic is the people. Oh yes. Let's say in my car on my way home from school. Hey, inspired. Nice to see you here. This is the Macy's store, gigantic store. Established in the 19-teens. That's all the gear that they're using. That's all the gear that they're using. There's a lot of people here. Way more full than last year. Surprisingly, Ariel did not get buffering on the first parade, says Ronaldo. Oh, that was the good old days, yeah. When there was no other New York City live streamer out there back in the 1920s. Peacock is on Sky Europe. Okay, cool. Thank you for finding out, Susie. So it seems like UK people can get access to it. Here's one of the staging areas. Huge boxes, lots of expensive equipment. And here's where they do the singing and dancing. You see the green kind of flooring that they put, asphalt green. What is it called? AstroTurf. So they have it right there. And that's where all the singing and dancing is going to happen. Are heading to the balloon inflation area. I'm gonna see if it's up right now. Let's see. We're gonna go one more avenue down. Last year was here. So here, it seems like it was last time. Does fly. So here's the stage. Huge cameras, points, or not the stage, but the filming area. This is where they place all the cameras and the lighting equipment. And I think there might be a director's village up there. So in film terms, there's the director views everything through monitors. I'm not sure exactly how these TV broadcasts work. They might have a director, and if they do have a director or 2 or 3 people who are directing, they have an area where they have all these monitors. They have access to the assistant directors, who are the ones who bark the orders, and it is called Director's Village. And it might be up there, but I'm not 100% sure. So here's the other cranes. I'm gonna zoom in on this. This is cool. Oh, the inflation of the balloon starts on the 81st Street by the museum. Oh no, Susu, I can't go today. Look at all the cables. says
It has all the trains.
your Halloween stream was great. Okay, I'm glad. Oh, there's so many sirens here. Wow. New York really has to change these sirens. Wolfie says, do not show the equipment, show the people, the street, the life. Wolfie. Wolfie, you must be watching for the first time. Welcome. There's a lot of other streams where I show a lot more of the ambiance. Today is about showing behind the scenes of the Thanksgiving parade. I hope you enjoy. Have you ever gone to the actual parade? No, I've never gone to the actual parade. So there's not that much happening here. It wasn't like last year where they had all the huge floats already up. So yeah, not like last year. So I'm a bit bummed because last year they were already filming the singing and dancing. They already had huge floats going on, so it was awesome way to see behind the scenes. Not much more here. I'll show you just a little bit further down, see if there's anything else, but not much here to see until tomorrow, it seems. So come back tomorrow if you are visiting New York. You have to come, I think, very early. And no, I've never been to the parade, Thanksgiving Day parade. I usually just spend it with family. Thanksgiving parade, it's a long commitment to wait outside in the cold. They're trying to bring NYC back to norm. They are, yeah. Susie says, I've never been either. I don't think many New Yorkers have been to the Thanksgiving parade. I think it's something very touristy, very touristy. Or people, well, touristy, but people who are coming from parts around New York. Susie says, I can't stand around for hours. Indeed, indeed. Likewise, it's not the funnest thing. I like being in parades, but not watching them too much. Is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer copyrighted? It is. I think some versions are. On YouTube, even white noise has been copyrighted. Even birds chirping, literally, has been copyrighted a few times. Thank you so much for showing this around, says Trish. My pleasure. And Catherine says, probably most Christmas songs are copyrighted. Indeed they are. Alright, that's pretty much it. the parade. Yeah, to see more behind the scenes, you have to go uptown. Seems to be the case this year. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back Saturday at 1 p.m. Later tonight at 6 p.m., I'll be going live on a show called Mediascope with Dr. Tachi. I'll be posting the link of it in the comments below and sharing it on Facebook and Instagram. So check it out. Mediascope with Dr. Tachi. We're doing an interview about urbanists and about TikTok. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you have a very wonderful, lovely Thanksgiving. I hope you really enjoy the festivities. I unfortunately can't go live for longer because I have a few other things to take care of, including preparing Thanksgiving meals. But I really appreciate it. I'll be back, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, 1 p.m. If you want to become a patron, there is another bonus video that was recently posted of the Eldridge Street Synagogue, plus other bonus videos will be posted soon. So patreon.com/urbanist, and then there's also a lot of Italy, Ireland, Greece, and Mexico videos that haven't ever been posted publicly. Some of them will never be posted publicly, but you have full access to all the back catalog of the bonus vlogs, 360 VR tours, full tours of museums by being a Patreon. Patreon.com/urbanist. Keep being awesome and always keep on eating turkey. Have a good day, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Marianne left 1,000 stars. Oh, thank you so much, Marianne. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.